copyright disclaimer under Section 107 of the Copyright Act, 1976 on YouTube. I do not own any of this. Their properties and their trademark belong to their respectable owners. So let's get started on this video. Hello everyone. In today's dinosaur documentary review, we'll be talking about Dinosaur Planet. Well, in this documentary, it has blood and gore, dinosaurs mating, and fights. So yeah, this is not made for kids. So let's go a little bit of history on Dinosaur Planet. So now a little bit of history on Dinosaur Planet. Let's get started. Every dinosaur / prehistoric animal appearance in the documentary. So let's get started. Let's start with Velociraptor. And it looks accurate for the most part, but except there's some inaccuracies. Like one, they should have feathers on the middle finger, and that's pretty much it for the accuracies. And their wrists are pronated like that. I mean, seriously, what is with people making documentaries with dinosaurs' pronated hands? Well, looks like somebody's been watching too much Jurassic Park / World. But there is some good thing about a documentary, because it shows sexual dimorphism, which means the males are brightly colored and the females are, well, dull or less colorful. And Prenocephaly, a close relative of Pachycephalosaurs. And I believe that it is its first appearance. And the Oviraptor. And a lizard. Well, it doesn't specify what species of lizard that lives in the Cretaceous of Mongolia. So here are these species of what was likely that the lizard was based on. And Protoceratops. And here we have Shibuya. First appearance in the documentary. And there's some errors. Shibuya only lived 75 million years ago, not 80 million years ago. Deltatheridium, a species of small mammal. And here we have Pyroraptor. First appearance. And once again, just like the Velociraptor, it doesn't have it would have been heavily feathered and with crow knobs on the fingers. And here we have Amplosaurus. And sorry, but that's inaccurate. Amplosaurus should look like this. and they used the same model as the Saltosaurus. I mean, come on. Couldn't they afford to make a model of Amplosaurus? I mean, how much does it cost to make a model for dinosaurs a documentary these days? How much does it cost? Like a lot? Tons of money? Or something? And Tyrannosaurus, an outbelly sword. Once again, use the same model of Archosaurus and Alpha's egg. And Elasmosaurus. Well, not technically, but it's a plesiosaur. It doesn't specify what species it is, and there's some inaccuracies. One, it did not feed on dinosaurs. Plesiosaurs are most likely fish eaters, piscivores. Ichthyornis. First appearance, I believe. And Ichthyornis did not live in Europe, but sees only in North America. And here we have a dwarf dromaeosaur. Well, it's not really inaccurate. Well, except the, no heavily feathered or quill knobs on the fingers. But, interesting fact, there was a fossil discovery of a dwarf dromaeosaur that was found. It wasn't described until 2010. So this dromaeosaur was most likely based on of Ballard Blue Dog. That was based on. Well, in the documentary, it doesn't have the two sickle claws on each of its foot. So I got no comment. And here you have Alodobasuchus, which looks inaccurate. And again with a reused model. Well, in the documentary it says Iguanodon, but there's a other dwarf species, Rhabdodon, and Magiosaurus, a species of titanosaur. And in the dwarf Troodonts. It doesn't specify what species of dwarf Troodont was based on. But if you know what species of Troodont that was based on, let me know in the comments below. And it shows that the Troodons also made, I can't even find ways to say it, making a pact with a Pyroraptor, and there is no fossil evidence if dinosaurs ever do interspecies cooperation or working together. There's no fossil evidence of it. Well, I guess in modern day animals kinda do interspecies cooperation or help in modern times. And here we have the dwarf Tarascosaur. Now it doesn't specify what species it is. So there is no evidence this creature ever existed. And there's always secrets that we don't know nothing about. And now the dwarf Raptidon doesn't specify what species it is. But here's this. Oreodromius, species of ornithopod. And they look kinda cute, actually. And a Troodon. And there are some inaccuracies. And here we have Quetzalcoatlus. Well, doesn't specify what species it is, but it was likely based on a Mazta'aco, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And here we have Maiasaura, and looks inaccurate, especially the front limbs. Looks too skinny. I think it's gonna break its arms any second if it runs. Oh, and Maiasaur did not evolve into Edmontosaurus. Edmontosaurus already existed in the Campanian around the same time as Maiasaura. Most likely Edmontosaurus regalis. And here we have this Pletosaurus. And they looked inaccurate. So here's this. Plus, they use the same sounds from a Carcharodontosaurus, like the growls with big cats, lion, leopards, and grunts from a walrus, and a sound of an elephant. And even they used it, like in Tarbosaurus, the mightiest ever, made a Korean film. And my only question is, how did they not get sued for using company property? How did they not get sued? That's been my question for many years. How? And here you have Ionosaurus, a ceratopsian with a horn that curves forward and down. And Edmontosaurus, which reused the model from Maiasaura once again. Well, I guess they didn't have the budget to make a model of an Edmontosaurus. And here we have T-Rex. And it looks accurate for the most part, but T-Rex did not evolve from Duspletosaurus, as the episode suggests. And here we have Saltosaurus. Archosaurus. The one on the right is the male, and the left, the female. And here you have Carcharodontosaurs. Now I know what you're gonna say. Carcharodontosaur did not live in South America. But the narrator says Carcharodontosaur, not Carcharodontosaurus. So I went back and watched, and I put it in slow motion words to see what he says. Or in the script it says Carcharodontosaur. So this one is likely based on Ararostian, a Megaraptoran. But it wasn't described until 2009. So Aristotelian first appearance in the documentary, even though it doesn't have a name or anything. Here you have Alurvisaurus, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. And then Notosuchus. First appearance in the documentary. And finally, there is one cut animal that did not appear in the documentary. And you know what I'm talking about. And it is the Carnotaurus. the only dinosaur that was cut from Dinosaur Planet. And I know what you're gonna say. You already showed us the cut animal of Carnotaurus that was gonna appear in Dinosaur Planet. And I already did that, but I can't even was to say it. I was surprised that I did not know that Carnotaurus was gonna appear in the TV series. There's always secrets of prehistoric animals that were gonna appear in shows, movies, and even video games that we don't know nothing about. But they always get deleted or cut from the end. Well, what I think about it, well, the documentary was okay. I liked it since I was a kid. But I got in trouble for it, cause when I bring the Dinosaur Planet DVD disc, I got in trouble for showing blood and gore and dinosaur mating. So yeah, I got in trouble for that when I was a kid. So I guess in the world today, in school regulations, you're not allowed to bring any documentary with animals with blood and gore, mating, and other things. So I'm guessing high school is allowed to show that. So anyways, like and subscribe, hit the bell to get notified for new videos, and make sure you don't miss another one. Yeah, until next time. Prehistoric America is still in progress that I'm trying to find every Cenozoic animal. But later, I'll do another dinosaur documentary review, and it is Planet Dinosaur. Until next time, see you later, guys.